Hey, how's it going, guys? It's been about a month since I've had the Tabwee T90 tablet. Now, I've had some questions that I'm going to try to go over at the end of this video. But first and foremost, this took about 3.5 hours to recharge from 5% to 100%. That's a really long time. And granted, I was also using my fast charger, but this doesn't take in fast charging, so it is what it is. I mean, it's just slow charging at the end of the day. Now, I haven't been too active with this, but I have recently used this, and I had some notes when I tried doing a video watch for the most part. So I have some notes here where I charged it at 7:05 p.m. and then by 1:20 in the morning, it was at 4%. So you can get about 6% of hours of on-screen time, and this was at 100% brightness. So that tells me you can get this for, whole day's use with moderate use, because you're not always going to have it at 100% unless if you're near the window, because this screen doesn't get too bright, right? So that's exactly why I essentially was testing it out at 100%. I think if you're inside of a library or something, I'd probably have this around 50 to 70% for most people, because 100% might be too much. But yeah, that's what I got, 6 hours of on-screen time, and that was mostly for watching videos. So if you do gaming, then it's not going to last as long with that. And I did show gaming in the last video. Basically, you can only do very light gaming because you're working with a low-end kind of CPU and GPU, and I didn't show that before, but here it is. It's running, the CPU is a T615, so that's like one of the older ones. But what's interesting is that this is running Android 16, so I wonder if this one got the update to Android 16 from 15 to 16, or this is just Android 16 from the get-go, because usually with these budget tablets you don't get an update from Android 15 to 16 unless if it was like Samsung or a well-known brand. And by the way, this has a ARM Mali G57 GPU. And finally, it shows that this has 7.5 gigs of RAM, pretty much 8 gigs. On the listing, it might show 24 gigs, which is a straight up lie. So here's the listing where it mentions 24 gigs of RAM. And initially, a lot of people, especially older people, think that, okay, this has 24 gigabytes of RAM. That's quite a bit. 128 plus 2 terabyte. That gets a little confusing. Wideband L1 makes sense. That means you can watch videos at full HD, 1080p on here. But they do mention it later on in one of the images where it says, okay, with 8 gigabytes of physical RAM and then 16 gigabytes of virtual memory. But it should be spelled out initially from the get-go. I hate this tactic that all these like off-branded tablet companies are using. It's just super annoying. When looking at this goes for $120, right? After using the coupon, give or take. I think at one point it was $99. That might have been for the Android 15 version. Well, anyways, so this comes with a case. It's got a mouse, this stand, an extra stand, as well as a keyboard. And there's a cheap stylus, but nonetheless, it's all included, right? This all-in-one package. So it makes it very convenient because you don't have to worry about like buying all the other things. And also, by the way, here is another a screen protector that's here. I have to set up. So all of this that comes together in this package makes it worthwhile, to pick up for some people. But then, for whatever reason, they go ahead and use like 24 gigs of RAM. I feel like all I'm trying to say is that they don't need to do this. If they didn't do this, I'd have more respect for them. Yeah, they did send it out, to be fair, so yeah, but that doesn't change my mind on this poor tactic of just combining VRAM and RAM together. It's just not the same. And you can expand the VRAM in settings, but it'll just tamper with your internal storage, and it's just not worth it at the end of the day on tablets. VRAM, I mean. Besides that, this thing has been kind of slow, where I noticed when I initially loaded this up and I had something else open, it was kind of, it was lagging. I'm talking about while I was recording here. I paused it for a second. So yeah, I think I had CPU X open, and I can show CPU Z. It's pretty much going to show the same thing, honestly. It's one and the same, but I think more people know about CPU Z. But either way, this does get pretty slow. And it is because of this T615, unfortunately. So I'm assuming the one that's currently there, that I showed has the T90 CPU, which should be a little bit faster, a little bit more smooth, so that'll be worth picking up for the price. This one is probably the older version running Android 16. Again, I have to confirm with the company, and I'll have something in the description below as to any updates of what I hear, confirming whether or not this is the older version that I got and it just got upgraded to Android 16. But yeah, I would just go with the new version if I were you, just because this just feels slow. And yeah. Now going back to comments for a second, one comment shows here. Well, someone else was confirming wanted to confirm the CPU here. Then there was this one guy who talked about how this has a really bad front camera. Basically, he's talking about his experience, and you kind of get what you pay for here. It's nothing to be crazed about, like a front webcam or rear camera. Most people will not be looking at getting this for that. Of course, it would be nice to have one, but you know, you can only expect so much for the price point. And then this is an interesting comment. Someone's asking, if I buy this tablet, would it make my PC obsolete? Can the tablet replace any laptop? Not the case, unless if all you do and all you're planning to do is like maybe some light web browsing, checking your emails and watching videos, non-gaming. It could work, because this is kind of lightweight. I wanted to say it's easy to carry around, but it can be kind of a hassle of carrying this along with the keyboard separately. If it was attached together, that would be a lot better. If this came with some type of little case, hard or soft shell case, where you can put everything together. And so opening this back up, yeah, besides that, let's see what other comments we have here. Can you disable that fake RAM? Yes, you can. In settings, you're able to do it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had. And then someone mentioned, can you try out the Blackview Tabwee T20? I don't know if Blackview even has this, because Tabwee is the actual brand name, unless if Blackview owns it. So yeah, I don't know what he was talking about here. Either way, guys, I hope this video was helpful. Definitely subscribe for more, because I'll have more budget tablets coming down the line. And in terms of the price point, if you're looking for alternatives for something that has a good processor, I cannot confirm battery life at this time, but it would be the Lenovo Xiaoshinpad 11-inch tablet. This one I got for about $120, and the prices fluctuate now because of tariffs and all this other jazz. Not to get into politics, I'm just saying that it's because of the price fluctuations. I can't confirm the exact pricing, but I'll have links down below, and I'll also have an update video on this tablet, so stay tuned for more. And again, if you guys found this video helpful, please do let me know. If there's anything I missed out on, let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching.